Rick Chow was found not guilty in the fatal shooting of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton, who was shot in the back after being chased from a South Carolina convenience store over allegations that he stole 4 bottles of water. Following the verdict, comedian Godfrey strongly criticized the outcome and spoke out against comments made by a viral social media user who dismissed the impact of potential Black consumer boycotts.
And that did it is Ricky Chow or whatever. There's other footage of him fighting Black kids and harassing Black kids, and he shot at Black people before. So this guy has had a habit of doing this to Black people in South Carolina. So we want to boycott this specific store because he killed somebody's son for no reason over a bottle of water. What we want to do is boycott people who treat us like shit.
Godfrey argued that Black communities should recognize the power of their spending habits and reconsider supporting businesses that show hostility toward them.
I love when the Black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout.
Yeah, take the Chinese takeout out. That's whack anyway. You serve us bullshit, GMO, all that shit. We get fat because the food that's in the hood is not good for the Black people. There is good Chinese food, but the shit you serve is usually trash. Black man invented dry cleaning anyway. We'll be fine with the dry cleaning. We will find another place to get our dry cleaning at. We don't need liquor. See, all the things, a lot of stuff you were naming is that has been killing us anyway. So we need to change up our anyway. Liquor. Things, of course, a lot of stuff made in Asia. That's fine. But guess what else? Asians do. Copy Black culture. That's what you do. So you should stay the fuck out of Black culture too, sir.
He also pushed back against stereotypes about Black consumers and emphasized that economic action has historically been an effective tool for demanding accountability and respect.
And then you say,
a lot of us do go to college. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English, and you're not embarrassed?
Black women have the highest degrees in America. Black people go to college too. So yeah, we will boycott a lot of and we will affect your.
The case sparked intense reactions online, with many people expressing outrage over the verdict and questioning whether Cyrus had posed any real threat while fleeing.
Let me address that funny looking boy that got up on this app to talk about Black people needing the Asian community and how what we do ain't gonna really affect them and all this type of stuff, and how we need their nail salons and their restaurants and all this and XYZ. Then why the fuck y'all in our communities? How about y'all stay out of our communities? How about y'all go buy land in the suburbs or the white folks communities and put y'all beauty supply stores there, put all y'all shit there. Stay out of our neighborhoods. But the thing about it is, Black people, I give this to us because we love supporting any and everybody. We're a melting pot because America is a melting pot. We just want to be, nice to every fucking.
In the state of South Carolina, we can just run people down, run them down and shoot them. As long as we think they stole from us. As long as we got proof they didn't steal from us and still just want to run them down. As long as we got a history of chasing and running down other customers. As long as we have a wall of thieves and we have chased and ran down at least 8 customers.
Others renewed calls to support Black-owned businesses and invest more heavily within Black communities.
I submit to you that even if Mr. Chow's son did raise his hands, Cyrus had a right to point that weapon. And here's why. A 14-year-old boy who did nothing wrong is being chased, not a short distance, but a long distance, 130 yards. He's being chased by 2 men who are bigger than him, one who is armed, and neither of them have the right to do so, have the right to control his body. If I'm 14, I'm thinking to myself, what are they up to? Because they're chasing me. I tried to outrun them. Now I've fallen. I've injured my leg, my shin. I've dropped everything in my possession. What more do they want from me? And if I'm that boy, I'm in reasonable fear of imminent harm because I've done nothing wrong. So why are they after me? And if you're telling yourself he should have known he was behaving suspiciously and imagine if Cyrus were named Cindy. Imagine if Cindy had blonde hair and blue eyes. First, being chased by the 2 Chow men. The two men, Mr. Chow and his son, Mr. Chow. Imagine those two men were chasing a white girl. What would you think that she had the right to do at that moment? Number one. Number two, go even further and imagine that Cindy, blonde hair and blue eyes, is being pursued by two black men. Imagine. Now answer your own question. Is race a factor in this or not?
At the same time, some urge people not to generalize entire ethnic groups based on the actions of one individual.
I'm going to say what a lot of y'all don't want to hear. If you're going to be online outraged that that man murdered that little boy, because yes, 14 years old is a little boy, that's a child, that's not a young black man. I don't care what anybody says. You need to stay out of their nail salons. You need to stay out of their beauty supply stores. You need to stay out of their gas stations, their corner stores. We need to have a backbone. As a collective, the black community is spineless as I don't care. I will say it. We haven't efficiently boycott shit since the Montgomery bus boycotts. I can't think of a time that the black community has actually realized the power of the black dollar, withheld it, and made a change from boycotting. Y'all be talking about Target, but Target, you put a little dent in their sales. They're still up, functioning, running, not shutting down stores, doing what they want to do. Haven't made any real change because y'all can't stay out of Target.
Been following the murder trial of Rick Chow, who killed 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton in South Carolina, then you know that this case is eerily similar to that of Latasha Harlins in 1992. Latasha was 15 years old in Los Angeles and was accused by a store clerk of stealing orange juice. The store clerk grabbed Latasha and she defended herself. As she was running away, the clerk shot her in the back of the head, killing her. Investigation and the surveillance camera later concluded that Latasha was not stealing the orange juice and in fact had the money in her hand when she was shot and killed. Latasha's murder was just one of the major events that stoked the flames of the infamous 1992 LA riots. Watching the same events unfold over 30 years later is incredibly disheartening. And it really highlights the challenges that we face when it comes to calls for solidarity, particularly for the black community when it comes to other communities of color.
You shoot a kid straight in their back after chasing them for 130 yards and somehow get found not guilty?
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, TK Rick Chow, as to charge of murder, not guilty. Fine number 3.
He was found not guilty for the shooting and killing of Cyrus Carmack Belton. Just to be clear, in 2023, Cyrus entered the store, was suspected of stealing a bottle of water, exited the store, was chased for 130 yards by Chow and his son, shot in the back and died on scene. While Cyrus did not steal anything, he did have a gun inside his jacket, which was mistaken for stolen goods. One thing I do think played a huge role in this case was the fact that prosecution only put a murder charge on the table. Chow's entire defense was that Cyrus pulled a gun on his son, so he shot him to defend his son. The jury wasn't convinced beyond reasonable doubt that it wasn't self-defense, and they're not going to convict him of murder. If there are no lesser charges offered on the table, it's either going to be murder or not guilty. That might have been the prosecution's biggest mistake in this case.
As debates continue across social media, the tragedy has fueled broader conversations about racial profiling, justice, community relations, and the role economic boycotts can play in driving social change.